Legumes are everyday health powerhouses that won't break the bank. Beans, lentils, chickpeas, and peas bring protein, fiber, and minerals in one simple package, making it easy to feed your body well each day. That mix helps steady your energy, support a healthy heart, and keep you full between meals. Think of fiber as a gentle broom for your gut. It helps digestion feel smoother and keeps energy from dipping. The protein in legumes helps build and repair muscles, which matters whether you're rushing to catch a train or squeezing in a workout. In this video, you'll see practical, tasty ways to work them into your meals. A hearty bean chili, a cozy lentil soup, a bright chickpea salad, and hummus with crunchy veggies. We'll keep things simple with easy cooking tips, like using quick canned beans and smart pairings with rice or whole grains, so you get a complete meal without fuss. If you're tired of pricey, bland options, legumes offer a versatile, satisfying path to better health, one bowl at a time. Nutritional value of legumes. Legumes are nutrient-dense plant foods that provide a strong mix of protein, fiber, complex carbohydrates, and minerals. A cup of cooked lentils offers about 18 grams of protein and roughly 15 grams of fiber. Chickpeas and black beans deliver similar protein with slightly different fiber amounts. The protein in legumes is plant-based, and the combination with grains creates a complete amino acid profile over the course of a day. They also pack slow-digesting carbohydrates that keep blood sugar steady after meals. The fats in most legumes are very low and mostly unsaturated, which is gentle on the heart. Legumes are rich in vitamins and minerals as well. They are particularly high in folate, iron, magnesium, and potassium, which supports energy, blood health, and muscle function. A cup of cooked lentils provides useful amounts of zinc and several B vitamins too. In practice, this means a bowl of lentil soup can cover part of daily needs for multiple nutrients. Because they come from plants, the protein is accompanied by fiber, which helps digestion and fullness after eating. This combination helps with weight management and gut health. Bioavailability matters. The minerals in legumes can be less easily absorbed because of antinutrients called phytates. Soaking beans or lentils and discarding the soaking water before cooking reduces these compounds. Cooking thoroughly also helps. Pairing legumes with vitamin C-rich foods like a squeeze of lemon over chickpeas boosts iron absorption. Some people also cook in cast iron pans to add a touch of iron to the dish. These steps make the nutrition more usable without changing the taste. Practically, legumes are incredibly versatile. You can stir lentils into soups and stews, toss chickpeas into salads, or make bean spreads for sandwiches. A cup of lentil curry over brown rice can be a complete, satisfying meal. Beans are affordable and shelf-stable, which helps with meal planning. For new users, start with small portions to avoid digestive discomfort, then increase gradually as your gut adjusts. With variety across the week, you get protein, fiber, and a host of minerals in a simple, affordable package. Health benefits of legumes. Legumes are a diverse family that includes beans, lentils, chickpeas, and peas. They provide solid plant-based protein. They come with a generous amount of fiber that helps digestion and keeps you feeling full longer. They also supply minerals such as iron and folate, which many people need to eat more of. In everyday meals, they can be the star of a dish or a hearty addition to soups, salads, and stews. Many people notice health benefits from eating legumes regularly. The soluble fiber in legumes can help lower cholesterol, and their low saturated fat makes them heart-friendly. They digest slowly, which helps keep blood sugar stable after meals. This can be especially useful for people managing energy levels or aiming to prevent cravings. Swapping beans for meat a few days a week can also lower grocery costs while adding variety to menus. Smart cooking tips make legumes easier to enjoy. Soaking dried beans first loosens the hard outer skin and cuts cooking time, while rinsing and discarding the soaking water helps reduce certain substances that can upset a sensitive stomach. If you skip soaking, simmering longer or using a pressure cooker works too. Start with small portions and build up gradually to let your gut adjust. Adding spices like ginger, cumin, or fennel can calm the gut and boost flavor. Pairing legumes with whole grains, such as rice or barley, creates a complete protein by providing all essential amino acids. Legumes offer practical, everyday nutrition. A lentil soup on a cool evening or a chickpea salad for lunch comes together quickly, especially with canned varieties. They store well in the pantry and in the fridge, making meal planning easier. They are often affordable, which helps households stretch their budget while boosting nutrition. Choosing legumes supports sustainable eating because they generally require fewer resources than some animal proteins and still deliver satisfying meals. Why legume protein is valuable for the brain. Legume proteins supply the brain with amino acids that are the building blocks of neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers your mind uses to think clearly and stay calm. Protein matters for mood and focus. Lentils, chickpeas, beans, and peas release a steady stream of amino acids as you eat them, rather than a quick spike followed by a crash. That steadiness helps your brain run on a smoother fuel. Amino acids like tryptophan and tyrosine are used to make serotonin and dopamine, which influence mood, motivation, and attention. Legumes contain these amino acids in useful amounts. Unlike some fast carbs, legumes provide protein plus fiber, which slows digestion and keeps blood sugar from spiking, supporting reliable energy for thinking tasks. Consistency matters for brain work. Folate from legumes supports the production of brain chemicals and helps protect against cognitive fatigue linked to stress. Iron in legumes supports oxygen delivery to the brain. Non-heme iron in plant foods is absorbed better when paired with vitamin C. Add citrus or tomatoes to a bean dish and you boost that uptake. Small changes, big effect. Zinc and magnesium in legumes also play a role in signaling between brain cells, helping memory and learning stay sharp. Plus, the fiber feeds gut microbes that make mood-friendly compounds. A healthy gut can influence fatigue and concentration through the gut-brain axis, so adding legumes to regular meals can support steady mood over weeks. Simple habit, real payoff. How to include legumes in your diet. Legumes are a versatile source of plant protein, fiber, and minerals, and they fit into many meals. They come in many forms: beans, lentils, chickpeas, and peas, so you can mix them into soups, salads, or bowls. For better digestibility, soak dry beans and rinse canned ones to reduce added salt. They're affordable and shelf-stable, making it easy to have a legume-rich dish on busy days. If your body isn't used to a lot of fiber yet, ease into it and give your system time to adjust. At breakfast and noon, there are easy moves to include legumes without turning your kitchen into a lab. Try adding cooked lentils to scrambled eggs for a heartier start to the day. For lunches, chunk up chickpeas into a bright salad or spoon them into a grain bowl with greens and a tangy lemon dressing. Dinners can feature chili, lentil soup, chickpea curry, or black bean tacos with avocado and salsa. If you're short on time, canned beans are a handy option. Just drain, rinse, and heat. Cooking dry beans in larger batches once or twice a week can also save you time on busy days. Snacks and simple bites make legumes easy to reach for between meals. Roasted chickpeas become a crunchy, satisfying option when you're craving something savory. Hummus or bean purees with sliced vegetables, whole grain crackers, or pita are quick dips you can assemble in minutes. You can mash beans into a spread for sandwiches or wraps, or swirl them into soups for extra texture and protein. Even a small dollop in a soup or stew can boost fullness and nutrition without changing the flavor dramatically. Flavor, texture, and balance matter when you build legume-based meals. Pair legumes with whole grains like brown rice, oats, or quinoa to create a complete feeling plate. Use plenty of garlic, onion, herbs, and spices such as cumin, paprika, or lemon zest to wake the flavors. A splash of olive oil or a tangy yogurt-based sauce can tie the dish together. Batch cooking is your friend. Prepare a pot of lentils or beans ahead of time and freeze portions for quick dinners. Over time, you'll discover which combinations you prefer and your week will start to revolve around reliably satisfying legume meals. Possible limitations and precautions. Legumes bring real health benefits, but there are practical limits and precautions to keep in mind. Raw or undercooked beans can be unsafe because they contain substances that can cause stomach upset or worse. Cooking them thoroughly neutralizes these compounds, so never eat raw beans or undercooked bean dishes. Canned beans are convenient, yet they can be high in salt. Rinse them well under running water and choose low-sodium options when possible to avoid excess salt. Digestive comfort is another consideration. Many people notice gas or bloating after a first few servings, especially with varieties that have certain natural sugars. Starting with smaller portions and cooking beans until they're very soft can help a lot. Soaking dried beans beforehand, then discarding that soaking water and cooking in fresh water, often reduces those uncomfortable effects. Using familiar spices like cumin, ginger, or coriander can also ease digestion, and lentils or split peas tend to be easier on the stomach than some larger beans. If you have a sensitive gut, you might prefer longer soaking and gentler textures rather than jumping straight into hearty bean dishes. Allergies and sensitivities are important to watch. Some people are allergic to legumes or cross-reactive with foods like peanuts or soy. If you've ever had a legume allergy or a soy or peanut allergy, avoid those items and read product labels carefully. Sprouted beans carry their own safety questions. They can be more prone to bacterial growth if not handled properly, so buy from reputable sources and store them correctly. For children, starting with well-cooked, easily digestible products and watching for any signs of allergy or digestive distress is sensible. Medical and nutrient considerations matter too. Legumes contain substances that can slightly reduce mineral absorption, and cooking or soaking helps with that. If you have kidney disease or need to limit potassium, phosphorus, or sodium, talk with a clinician or dietitian about how beans fit into your plan. Canned varieties with reduced salt are a safer choice, and portion size matters. People taking certain medicines may notice interactions or changes in blood sugar, since legumes full of fiber and protein can affect how your body processes foods. In such cases, monitor your response after meals and adjust as advised by a healthcare professional. Overall, legumes are a sturdy, tasty addition for many people, but understanding these cautions helps you use them safely and comfortably. Here's the quick wrap-up. Legumes like beans, lentils, and chickpeas are affordable, versatile, and loaded with protein and fiber. They help you feel full longer, support heart health, keep blood sugar steady, and supply minerals your body likes. You can fold them into soups, stews, salads, and bowls without needing fancy ingredients. Soaking and a little rinse before cooking can make them gentler on the gut, and a splash of garlic or herbs makes them tasty. If you're juggling meals, legumes are a reliable friend. A can of chickpeas on a salad, lentils in a cozy soup, or beans stirred into rice, easy wins that fit a busy schedule and a budget. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and drop your favorite legume dish in the comments. First, read every note and might feature your idea in a future video. Speaking of which, first I'll be back with quick, tasty legume recipes, a simple guide to cooking beans without the gas, and ideas to mix legumes into your weeknight meals. See you next time.